Hey, how are you? I'm glad you're here. I was just working on a new song. Tonight I want to talk about, or I should say this morning, it's in the AM, and I want to talk about what it means to write a love song, what's in a love song. And when I think about that, a lot of things come to mind. What I usually do or think of or feel when it's time for me to write a love song. And I've written a lot of love songs in my creative lifespan, but a lot of them have been inspired, yes, by relationships and by love, but some of them have been imaginary, and that's what I want to talk about with you. So anyway, here we go. When I work on a song, and a love song particularly, I think of the first thing that everybody should be thinking about when they're thinking about the word or the experience of love: feeling, emotions, feelings and emotions. Those are the things that make a love song stick with you. That's what brings it to heart, or makes it hit home with you. So those are the things that I focus on when I'm working on a love song. Some love songs are upbeat, some love songs are ballad, as in slow, and some love songs are actually quite energetic. But I usually lean more towards the traditional, conventional, the classic type, the ballad type, when I'm thinking about a love song. Something that's really heartfelt, something that takes its time, something that pretty much sets the stage for what the song is about. I mean, it could be fiction. It doesn't have to be something that you've experienced firsthand, so to say. We all have fantasized, imagined what love is if we haven't gone through it. So it's easy. I mean, I wrote my first love song when I was 7 years old. So it's not like I really knew much about it then, definitely. And that song was called Perfect Lovers. And I still remember quite a bit of the lyrics to that song. I know the melody as well. So here I was, a 7-year-old, imagining what I thought love would be like and getting inspired by it. That probably came from watching romantic musicals and things with my mother when I was a kid. But yeah, those are the things that matter when it comes to writing a love song. Being in tune with that, in tune with romance, being in tune with feelings, being in tune with emotions, being in tune with sensitivity, being in tune with compassion, and even pacing in space. So this new album, you've heard me talk about it in other videos if you've watched these talk videos of mine. Blessing the Masquerade, there will be some of those type of songs on that album when I really get in depth with the album. But right now, I'm just kind of like saying, okay, yeah, that's what that one's going to be in it, or this one's going to be in it, kind of like the one I've got here on the floor that I was working on. I think it's about 4 in the morning here in New York, and it's quiet, and I'm wide awake, so this is my time when I will be working on another love song. So I try to do, I've got one album also I wanted to share this with you. There's one album that I've not released, and it's from my heavier music, my goth rock music. I will release it. I mean, these are older tracks, but I still will release the album at some time. It's pretty much the whole album is about love, but it's not necessarily the most pleasant emotion from love, because the album is raw, it's edgy, and it's angry. So I talk about things, and I talk about love in a different way, and it's still got passion in it, though. You know, it's really passionate. There's a song on the album called "Forgive Me." There's another one called "Fading Away," or "Fading Away," and "Get You Out of My Head" is another one. I think that's my favorite of the three that I mentioned. But see, all of those, I was going through some stuff at the time. Stuff is the best word for it. Maybe it's not the best word, but it's the most appropriate word to say. So I was going through hell emotionally at the time. So I had to deal with a lot of things in relation to love, and in relation to angst and pain and severing ties, and you know, the whole turbulence of separation, which, you know, a lot of people may not want to pay attention to that aspect of it, but that's a great part of love. So it flows best for me at this time, and it also flows good for me in a situation like we're in here in New York and the rest of the world during isolation. Things get clear. My dreams have been more vivid also, so that's where some of these songs are going to be coming from dreams. It's not any current personal experience I'm having, I can tell you that, but I will say that over the years I've had enough experience about love to be able to kind of put it in cruise control and say, okay, even if it's a past experience or relationship I've had, I can say, okay, what if it went that way instead of this way? What if it ended this way instead of that way? And oftentimes I'm able to rewrite the story. And you can do all sorts of things when you've got a creative mind, when you're imaginative, even if you're not yet a creator. When you have a good imagination, when you can picture something, then if you give yourself time and you have the patience to just kind of channel that energy, you'll be surprised at what you can put out. So, to me, a love song is dealing with emotion, as I said, feeling, passion, commitment, separation, anger, fear, loss. The list can go on, and it does. Especially with the more experience just in life that you have. You don't necessarily have to be in a relationship, as in an intimate relationship. Sometimes it's unrequited, you know, it's not reciprocated. So you know what that's like. That's a form of love, and that's also many people, including myself, have written love songs dealing with that situation. So I want to get into it more because they've been such a great part of music history. Whether it's opera, whether it's rock, funk, pop, jazz, country, hell, dubstep, rap, doesn't matter. You name it. Love is what music is really about in a lot of ways. So it comes off in different ways. You know? It's got a coat of many colors, so to say. By the way, what are you looking at? Ah, you checking out these? Here, let me give you a better look. Yeah, these are all my shades. Yeah, I had my filing, or I guess you could say my cabinet broke recently, so I had to kind of put it up on these makeshift rods. Well, they're not makeshift, but this is my makeshift holder for all my shades right now. So, but anyway, back to love songs. And every love song is not something sappy. You know, we all have different dynamics, and so do love songs, and they affect us in different ways. You know, they don't all come across mushy. They don't all come across soft or wimpy. And you don't really have to be a romantic or a romanticist, much like myself. You can even be the most macho guy, and there can be this love song, you know, with the most, you know, standoffish person, male or female. And then there's that one song about love, and it hits you like nothing else can. And you may not even be able to explain it to somebody, but it does. So anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna get back to work on this song, and thanks for listening to me talk about it. I hope it was enjoyable, even if it was or wasn't informative. But yes, stop back by again, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Cheers. Stay safe.